All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Hang on,
Mr. Laura, how old are you?
23.
All right, why are you breaking into apartments and using your fist to break glass?
I was high on this. I was high on a drug, and I made a mistake, and I'm meant to accept my mistakes
How long you been using drugs?
since I was 12.
And what's your drug of choice?
Weed and meth.
Okay, how often are you using meth? 2284, State of Texas versus Emmanuel Ramirez Lara. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state.
Defense?
Leslie Salonovich for the defense.
Are you Mr. Lara?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lar, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and of Affidavit and of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of burglary of a habitation force? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lara, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, no applications. The state will take in consideration County Court Cause number 6999954. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
All responsibles.
State any evidence?
Your Honor, I submit State's Exhibit 1 and the attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Here.
All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Hang on.
Mr. Laura, how old are you?
23.
All right, why are you breaking into apartments and using your fist to break glass?
I was high on this. I was high on a drug, and I made a mistake, and I'm meant to accept my mistakes
How long you been using drugs?
since I was 12.
And what's your drug of choice?
Weed and meth.
Okay, how often are you using meth?
every once in a while, not every day though. I smoke weed every day though.
All right.
Probably
What-
2 months.
What's his criminal history?
He has a misdemeanor, I think.
Yes, Judge, the only criminal history in Bear County is this offense and the misdemeanor criminal history, Judge.
All right, does he has out of county criminal history or out of state? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
what is it?
2 burglaries.
All right. All right, you're gonna have to do better, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you for being honest with me about your past, okay?
Yes,
Because you could have said, oh, I don't have anything. So I appreciate your honesty.
thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna sentence you to 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money run concurrent. Taking consideration County Court Cause number 6999954. If you want, I can recommend the therapeutic community that will sort of try to help you with your drug issues. Whether or not you're in the program is completely up to them. I can't force them to put you in the program, but you're gonna have to ask for it. Would you like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna request the therapeutic community. And if for some reason they don't let you into the program, make sure that you still get help. There are plenty of programs here in San Antonio that are free for people who have drug issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, you may end up getting a bad batch, which means you may overdose and die. Or you're gonna end up in and out of prison and you're gonna look up and half of your life is gonna be gone. You're still young. There's still plenty of things you can do to turn your life around.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
besides, when you use drugs every day, you're really damaging your body. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal.
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Do you have any children?
I'm real pregnant right now.
All right, so here's the thing. You're gonna have to get your life in order, because I don't know if your girlfriend, is she using drugs too?
No, ma'am.
All right, if you want to be the type of parent that your child can look up to, you're gonna have to get off the drugs. You're gonna have to get a job and be somebody that they can be proud of. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're gonna have to do better. And if you don't want to do better or you can't do better, then do not be in your child's life, because you'll be disappointing them. And that hurts when a parent tells a child they're gonna change and then they don't.
I know how it feels to lose a child because I lost my 2-year-old.
All right, so you got to do better, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.